Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. Second time I've done this intro, apparently because I was worried I didn't hit record last time. I will never figure out why this stupid thing always gives me that hotbar, like, failed to save, like, I don't get why it always says this. It just randomly pops up, but all the files are fine. It took me forever to figure out how to add another hotbar to this, so I had more stuff to use. I only got 2 left. Little blank squares right there. Alright, so we gotta talk to everybody in the Crystarium. No, let's head north first. We head here. Here. Is the other one not down below? Wow, that's a first. Oh, nope, it is. Hydaelyn, my, what a wonderful surprise. I hope you being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. No, everybody's fine. Thanks, you have had far fewer patients coming through my doors of late, which is a shame. Come to think of it, I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. Yeah, just of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Ascians already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's any more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. And they saved my character. At least Arpert did. Well, I guess no. Both of them did. Both him and that, and the board. And I can't remember what her name is, though. That's the only bad thing with this game. There's so many names. So trying to memorize everybody's, like, individual names so much is very difficult for me. Because it's just, I suck at names. My brain just goes and dies. And dies. Only the ones I usually interact with the most are the ones I'll remember. Although I did remember Moonbrita. Although I didn't remember her name. I remember she was in the game. That doesn't surprise me all that much. Names are horrible for me. Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Renault not long ago. He said the visitor from Star found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that she inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of those feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. Think. Fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry, you mean the answer didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors Light? Well, whatever he's left, I'm all ears. Alright then. The last two were down to the south, but what I'm going to do is, because it would make more... It makes more sense in terms of, like, getting to the next stage. It'd probably be faster for me to go down below and then head back up. If I had to guess. Yeah. Although I think this will be my last episode of the day. It's what, 10:17? Episode started maybe 2-3 minutes ago. Yeah, that works fine. I'll get done just before 11 and I can relax for a little bit longer before I get ready to go. Although I don't know what I'm going to do when I get home later tonight. I don't know if I'm going to play any, I know I talked on Mythic last night with Red, and, well, Red kind of was on and off. But we were thinking, I'm trying to get him back into Left 4 Dead 2. I want to see if he can join us in there. It'd be fun. Maybe all 3 of us can screw around in it. Oh no, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such negative light. Oh, Hydaelyn, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. People wish to know the truth of the flood of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than Sin Eaters, abominations where they only scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can't find no proof. I dare call myself a librarian. Calm down, you'll be fine. You would address the people and tell them the truth of Warriors Light of the flood? How wonderful. You've grailed me with this tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Although it is currently March 1st, beginning of a new month. Always fun. Although next month I'm going to have some days off. That's going to be my favorite month. I am getting out of town for about 4 days. So I'll have to get some preloaded episodes up for you guys. Don't know what episodes at that time. It's, let's see, 30 days away. 30 episodes in. We could still be in Stormblood, or we could just be starting Shadowbringers. It's actually a really good question. What would I be in? Don't know. It's hard to tell what game I'd be in at that point, or what version of the game I'd be at that point. Come the browse web. Oh god. Browse the mares of market, have you? Well, I guarantee you will have no trouble finding what you need. Whatever it may be, under Yulmor's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is the fellows from Hydaelyn Stonewalls have taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. Imagine it won't be long for all Norvalt reaps the benefits, but you come to talk about the market, something on your mind. I see, the XR did mention that they had something to do with your returning the night to Norvald. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Well, I mean, all of them. Well, I mean, it's pretty much just Arbord. I can't really say for the other. Well, the others did have an impact. They get you the outfit and help you get better armor and stuff. Armor's actually not that bad. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you be brief, and with the night return, visit with the flock of the Restarium, and I found myself too busy by half. I don't mind it though, seeing the sand so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood has ever happened. Warrior of Light, yes, the XR has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues, or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, you've been yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Yeah. Alright, I think the fastest road is in the head north and just get into it. See? I told you I knew what I was doing. I knew this was the fastest route because it immediately takes you right north and you meet everybody here in the center. Is there anybody here yet? Stola, Oriange, Alphino. Oh, just the three. It is good to see the people of the Crystarium so eager to learn the truth. And with this newfound knowledge of the past, they will at last be able to look to the future with eyes unclouded. Those I spoke with at the Orchard and the Rookery were quite keen to hear what we have to say, for as much hope as they have for the future, the scars of the past weigh heavy on them still. There you are, between the four of us, I dare say we swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we just have to wait for the people to gather. If I was standing in the right spot. Maybe? Well, it would have flipped, so in theory, yes.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
I had to speak first.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Oh yeah, set of it, everybody. Ooh, what other pictures? Oh, more flashbacks.
Wicked White? The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Gotta help Arbor where we can. So I do hate the idea of my character just standing there and randomly talking on their own. And randomness behind them all.
Impossible.
Scene 2? I take it I'm not imagining this then.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Yes.
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium, I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when she must return to her home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired under the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
So,
That is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
No. No, absolutely not. It looks like him, sounds like him, but it isn't him.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
That he is an Ascian.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Ho 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 ho, yeah.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
God damn it, Elidibus. We must not act until Ardbert hath made plain his plans. 'Twould be folly to proclaim him false at this juncture. We were a hair's breadth from defeat when we faced him at Silk, and now we must contend with yet another Ascian. We must tread carefully. Once we go practice appropriating corpses, such depravity eclipses any horrors that witness in the age of Obed. They must be stopped. Perhaps to liberate your next move. I'm saying the Bunny Sisters mean we're going back to the one place. You did well to spell the falsehood surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He's an impostor, of that there is no doubt, but to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become warriors of light themselves. Here we take action, we must needs discern his intent. Let's pray that Master Alphino returns soon with the most essential knowledge. For now, I think it's best to appraise Thanker to reign of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we do no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it's prudent we all take measured prayer for what is to come. With luck, and I will continue our research on how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. Then it's time, I think, we turn to the Great Wood. Till now, everything we learned from the Ascians has been handed us at our leisure. But that was one of them with such unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus would be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I received from Fanal that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Katana Revolve. What the hell is that? Damn glasses. Almet believes the relics within tell of the great calamity that befell an ancient civilization. That of the Ascians, perhaps. They may lead us to the truths we seek. If you care for company, be sure to let me know how that works out. Yeah, we'll go with her. I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fanal, Element, and her sisters will be expecting us. And let's be about our ranks. Pray give my regard to the V's. Well, I would like to join you in tangling the Ascian mechanizations. I think it's best I stay here and devote my energy to finding a way to deliver the science back onto the source. I'll help the Exarch in any way I can, but the key to solving our problem lies with him and the Elegant Eye. So I said, this is actually pretty fun. I enjoyed learning more about this stuff. Look at that, Brothika. I love saying that word pisses. I bet there's somebody that's infuriated by the fact that I say that. Oh, I love it. Puts me in a good mood myself. Let's pray these new ruins are not as unwelcoming as the last. You say that now. You look as if you haven't seen us in an age, and past time really all that different for you, Mistle. Allies of Veronica, it feels as age has passed since you last graced us with your presence. Welcome, allies of Veronica. We have accomplished such much since you last came. With the Lightworm dead and minions dispersed, we've at last reclaimed our hunting grounds near Rotika Falls. You know what I had to sit there and say? Imagine, you just point out, it's like, yeah, we stole that coin from an underwater temple. I wonder how they would approach us now since we've been, like, interacting so much. It was there that we discovered more ruins, and although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We're all in agreement. For any investigation to proceed, you should be summoned. I'm grateful that you did. From what you've told me, I strongly respect the wisdom of my comrades, and I see can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we have may soon have to face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see, then it's good that you have come. Veronica was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. It's our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, you must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yea lies within. Come now, surely any threat sleeping with the rooms pales in comparison to those we have faced thus far. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh, and who was pining for the return of our allies that we might venture into the ruins, clutching her staff at night, wishing it were? You promised not to tell. Damn. Then I suggest we get going. Get back here. Let's just seem to be an adventurous bunch. Remind me, exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, perhaps it's better if I do not know. I forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins, bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with curiosity that is not easily sedated. Please, you needn't apologize. In secret knowledge of myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. If not for your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not have afforded this opportunity. Thank you, Lich. I believe I kept you away from the rooms long enough. Come, let us make it for the Kitana of all. The fly there. Where is that? Wait, yeah, we are already there. It's just the same spot, right? Yeah, what's this? I didn't know this was part of the map. Neat. I don't see any players down here. Probably not. Oh, yeah, that is right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's the entrance, but this is an individual mission, so you don't actually have to go do that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that completely. Itself was taken back to find a mural illustrating the final days in these ruins. I was surprised that you still yet lie within. I can only imagine. Well, you're equipped to venture inside. With you here, I'm sure things will work out. Ready when you are. Well, that's how I see it. They might be ready, but 'tis I who is not. I think we had a couple episodes get extended a little bit, so you know what? I think we hit 30 minutes on this one. It might be a tiny bit shorter than what it's supposed to be, but It works out for me. When we come back tomorrow, I can finish more of this up and get through this mission. This mission's actually not that hard. It's just a little bit of a puzzle game, if I remember right, which is kind of fun. So with that, all I have to say is this, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. As I said before, when we come back, we'll talk to the sisters and sit there and see if we can head into these new ruins that they discovered, and more importantly, learn any secrets that might be telling of the tale of the Ascians, or maybe something about the Warriors of Light. I will be sure to see you guys next time. Thanks.